Yeah. So before we begin, my name is Dr. Sanjay Deshpande. I have been teaching this particular paper number 4, Experiential Methods, for the last 7 batches, and so far so good. I'm very thankful to ISTD officials, past presidents, the current president, and the technical support team, everybody, and now Usha ma'am, everyone for facilitating me to take smooth and efficient classes. I have done my PhD in the area of soft skills. This is my brief introduction so that we can break the ice and you know what I am, who I am, and slowly we can begin. That rapport is very important, and ice can be broken, and we can begin our interaction. Um, my PhD is in the area of soft skills training. I am a soft skill trainer for many organizations, and my other interests are nature conservation, outbound training, and so many other things. Okay, you may read my profile on Google. I will not waste much of your time on that. I am also very sorry because I may not be able to take individual introductions because we have paucity of time. Slowly, as the classes go on, we will definitely develop a very good rapport. Many of the past students have done their projects under me. They keep coming back to me with some questions where they take up professional trainings and all that. So I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay. So that is something about me. Something about the classes now. My classes will be very, very lively. I will not be using slides most of the times. My classes will be interaction based, exercise based, case based, and it is a challenge to keep you awake at 4 p.m. on a Sunday because this is a nap time. But that is a challenge before me. So that challenge drives me to conduct this session, plan my session, and that drives me, as I said. Okay. You can ask your queries during the session. I will not mind. You can pose your questions. You can suggest. We'll be more than happy. At ISTD, maybe today you all had your inauguration. You may have come to know that at ISTD we are here for some transformation. We want to activate and awaken the trainer in you. If you are already training, your training skills will be polished. I can assure you that. And you will be polished, and there will be a lot of, what do I say, facelift that you will get. So with that, we will start our session. As you all know, this is paper number 4, training methods, experiential learning. I start with the question here. What is the meaning of training?
Sir, to get perfection on a certain assigned task.
Okay.
Sir, training is train the people for a specific purpose or for a specific plan designed by the management or the concerned faculty or members.
Okay, fine.
The process of development process.
About something.
Okay.
So training is a tool. Training is a tool to stay at competition and to perform.
Okay, dear friends, the word training has actually become hackneyed, meaning outdated. It is replaced by much touted word which is learning. Today we say learning and development, right? So, what is learning in that sense? What is learning in that sense? What is learning?
Knowing things
It's a process.
which are needed for some task.
Okay, learning process.
It's
Okay,
ongoing
Gain the
process,
knowledge.
continuous
Gain the
improvement.
knowledge.
continuous improvement. Okay,
The trainer undergoes lot of transformation before they impart it to the trainees.
okay, okay, okay. Self growth.
Yeah.
Process of acquiring new understanding and knowledge, behavior, and all.
Very good. Right.
It's shaping up the curiosity in my views, Sheikh. I mean, based on the passion and curiosity, we will be running through a channel for our learning.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Mutual growth?
Mutual growth. Yeah, fine. All your responses are absolutely right. Just a little tweak from my end is learning is called as a process of permanent change. Learning is the process of permanent change. Look at the things that you have learned in the recent past or from a very long time. For example, you may have learned to cook of late. Is that a permanent change?
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
the first time when you learned to ride a bicycle independently without any support. Remember the time or the day when you learned to drive a four-wheeler on your own. Do you forget that? Swimming, driving,
No.
No.
cooking.
No.
We can get better. We can get better. That is why learning is a continuous process. But learning is as simple as understanding. Learning refers to a process of permanent change, and this change is induced with a purpose. Okay, look at all the things that you have learned in the recent past. For example, a young cricketer aspiring to become or aspiring to play for the country learns to hold the bat. Now that is a permanent change. A kid starts walking for the first time. That is a permanent change. That will never be forgotten. So the child now learns to walk, and that is a permanent change. Under guidance, of course, under guidance. Okay, there is support from the back end, mother, brother, anyone who supports the child, and that child now learns to walk. The child learns to talk. So that is called as a process of permanent change. So training, dear friends, is to induce some learning in the participants. It's as simple as that. For example, there is a LIC officer who is recently recruited, joins the company, goes to the training quarters or undergoes a training program. He is very new to LIC. For the first 15 days, he is taught about all the policies or all the products of LIC. I'm a trainer for LIC as well. And the trainer was from ISTD domain. So this example comes from my experience. So a young officer was recently joined, now is deputed for a training program, joins the training program, undergoes a training program for a month. He is taught about all the LIC products because we know LIC has got huge products, I mean, range of products. So he is made to learn at least a few products. He may not be able to learn everything in one go, it takes time, but then he is made to learn at least a few products. What is KYC, what is LIC, what is insurance, what is risk, what is payback period, what is money return, what is payback policy. So he learns about all this. So that is new learning. And that is permanent because he will require this all his life. Are you getting me? Similarly, product training, similarly, service training. A bank officer joins the bank and is taught how to make entries, the credit and debit entries on the software. What commands to give, what buttons to click, what commands to be given, all that. And what is the button to be, what is the command to get day end summary, what is the command for debit, what is the command for credit. So he's taught on all this, so he starts functioning, he starts operating. And this is a permanent change because he has to change. This is induced change because he will require this all his life. I hope you are able to understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now a question again. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. I hope that is fine with you. Because you may feel sleepy, but I will not make you sleep. I will be your villain till 5:30. Villain only for the sleep component. Otherwise, a friend and a co-learner like you. Okay, as far as your sleep component is concerned, I will be your enemy and I'm not going to do that. Because normally it happens in Bollywood movies that the villains will never want the hero to succeed. They'll pose obstacles. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so here is another obstacle for your enemy, which is sleep. The next question is, if training is so easy, if it's so easy to understand, what are the different aspects of trainings? So here is a question for you. Please think and answer. One, please take down. What is training from a trainer's perspective? Question number one. I have 3 questions. I have a bunch of questions, and this bunch has 3 questions. What is training from trainee's perspective? What is training from a trainer's perspective? What is training from an organization's perspective? So 3 questions. How does a trainee look at the training? How does a trainer look at the training? How does an organization look at this training?
Sir, in this, the
Yes,
training from the perspective of a trainer
Yes.
is educating and making the trainees aware of the organization goals.
Yes, right.
It is part. It is not the
Yes.
total, but it is a part. It is a development part as well as we'll be working towards the organizational goal.
Right. So trainer acts as knowledge provider or someone who imparts new knowledge, right? So that is
Yes.
what you want to say. Okay,
Yes.
fine. And that new knowledge could be organizational vision, mission, plan, whatever.
Yes, product knowledge or anything.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Because we have seen different types of trainings.
Yes.
Right. So what is training from a trainee's perspective?
To
So
learn,
the
to
trainee
gain the knowledge
to
of
acquire the knowledge.
Sanjay sir. Good
Yes,
evening.
sir, yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening.
See, as a trainer purpose, it is an implemental benefit. As a trainee purpose, it is a field or skill benefit. For organizing, for the organizer, it is a financial or developmental benefit.
Yes, right, fine, right. Is it an opportunity for a trainee to break his monotonous rhythm, break the daily cycle, hang out, have a good time, 5-star stay, good food, good lunch, new routine? Can that be?
Yes, of course.
Yes, sir.
It is needed when we are providing training to the trainee. He need a different set of environment so that he can
Yeah.
feel that he came for some purpose, so that the purpose
Yes.
can be fulfilled.
Okay, right. So now
It's
there
a
is
stress
a
buster also, sir. It's a stress buster too.
yes, definitely. Now I want all of you to draw a web, a spider's web, wherein you will have to interconnect three things. All three questions which I've asked you now, training from, for example, I'm just giving you a clue so that you can think and make this web. You all said rightly, trainer is the face of an organization who is imparting new knowledge, right? From a trainee's perspective, it is acquisition of new knowledge. It's getting new knowledge. Stress buster. So the relationship with trainer is the trainer has to make sure that the training is a stress buster, and the training should break the daily rhythm. So is it connected? Is there any connection between trainer's perspective and trainee's perspective? Yes, it is.
Yes,
So can you make a web? Can you make a spider web? You see, in a spider web, there are concentric circles. You will find that every circle is connected. Every circle is connected. You will come back, the spider, the owner of the web, will come back to the core, it will go to the periphery, it will go to the core area, it will again come back. So it keeps on juggling. Similarly, these three perspectives juggle, they interrelate very closely. I hope all of you agree with me.
The
Yes, sir.
trainer trained the
Um,
trainee, but as
Yes.
and when he will execute in the job description of the current role, then only it will followed by the trainer and followed by the organization.
Okay, fine.
Yes. So, in my perspective, what you actually asked, so we need to create a spider web with all three entities. So, what I understand is the middle one, the centered one, is the organizational perspective, where
Yes.
everyone's is gonna, go together with that motto. The next circle that comes around organization is the actual trainer's perspective, where the trainer is fully responsible to impart that knowledge and that those skills to the trainees. And the outer one is for the trainees who are actually face of the organization, implementing the duties and roles on the ground level.
Yes, fine, right. Thank you. Yes.
So Subhashini,
Yes.
here.
Yes,
Uh,
Subhashini.
yeah, here the organization is in the center, as what Kamna was telling, and the organization needs when they hire a trainee, when they hire a person, is to get profits and productivity out of that
Yes.
person. So the
Right.
second circle for that will be the trainee, where he needs to understand what are the organization role and what is it that he needs to do out of his job. And the trainer forms the outermost circle because the trainer needs to look at both the organizational aspect and the trainees aspect and train
Right.
accordingly, which fits the organization and the need of the trainee as well. So this is what is my understanding.
Right. You're right.
Even I second this thought, the one the lady said just now.
Very much. Good. Right. That's good.
I
Any other
also
thought?
agree
sir,
with Subhashini.
yeah, but sir, in certain circumstances, like where sales is a predominant, well, I'm
Yes.
maybe I'm not challenging anybody's thought, but where
Yeah.
sale is very important, every organization. So can the trainee be in the circle, sir? I'm just thinking in some other manner.
Yes, definitely. That's what I mean. It is not exclusive. It is not mutually exclusive. Trainee is definitely part of this loop. It
Sir,
is
I
not without
thought that.
it.
Can I, sir?
Your thought is well considered. It is right. So trainee is definitely in the loop. The web is not without the trainee. Trainee is definitely a part of this web.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now it gets a little difficult. You all have played video games, level 1, level 2, level 3. It gets a little difficult now when we go to organization's perspective. Okay, I'm very happy that all of you are very interactive, very active. I'm getting a lot of answers. Thank you so much. because it's always better to have two-way traffic. Now it gets a little difficult. When I say training from an organization's perspective, there is one key word that we come across, which is ROI, return on investment. Suppose an organization has spent a lakh rupees on a particular training program. How can this organization find out or ascertain the ROI coming from this? I'm going to give you a live case. Please take down and work on this. Okay. C8 tires manufacturing. You can take down the key facts, work on this. And by the way, one more thing I forgot to mention. All that I am referring, all that I am trying to talk is from module 1 from your course book. You will receive the course book in due course of time. All that I am talking and referring to is from the same course book that you all will be receiving maybe in a week's time. Okay, so you will find everything that I am talking in the course book. So please do refer at a later point. Okay, coming back to the case. C8 Tires conducted a training program for its sales executive by incurring an expenditure of 5 lakh rupees. It was a national level training program. Okay, content of the training was product knowledge. I'm just telling it offhand, okay, without any written material. So please take down. Content of the product, the training was product training. Second, behavioral skills, customer behavioral skills. Into the bracket, soft skills. Third, technical training for e-invoicing. Dr. Preeti, you have queries? I can slow down. You have a query? If your net has some glitch, I can request someone from the group to read it out for you. Okay. Third content was technical training or digital training for e-invoicing. That was to make e-invoice for the buyers. Okay, I hope you were able to understand. This is a live case and all of you are expected to work on this. I'll tell you what is to be worked on.
Sir, I missed out the second point.
Okay. Second point was customer behavioral skills or soft skills. Third was e-invoicing. How to make e-invoice. Because all these sales representatives have newly joined. Okay. Now, C8 has spent 5 lakh rupees and this program was for a week. This program was for a week. How do you evaluate this program is the question. The question is, how do you determine whether this program was a successful one or it was a waste of time and money? Any method, any criteria to know how to find out or to ascertain?
The pre and post training questionnaire.
Yes, fine.
To the
Good,
Yeah.
right.
So we use the Kirkpatrick model.
Thank you so much. You saved my energy. Thank you so much. Who was that?
Yeah, Janet here.
Janet. Okay, thank you. Kirkpatrick model. Good, nice. I'm coming to that, and this is a part of your course book, which I will explain. So even if this Kirkpatrick model is Greek and Latin to many of us here, don't worry, I am here to tell that. Okay. Please raise your hands if you are hearing this for the first time. Kirkpatrick model. Okay, okay, okay. Many hands are coming up. 5, 7, 8. Virtual hands. Okay. So your hands will not pain even if you keep them raised for long.
So we usually use this Kirkpatrick model in our
Very good.
trainings for pre-post and to know the reaction
Very nice.
learning
behavior
process.
and results.
Very nice, very nice. That's nice. Very nice. Oh, Shalini is here. Shalini, hello. Right.
Hi, Jay, unable to mute on time. Hello.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. No problem. Welcome to the program. Okay. So good. You can unraise. So now this task is based on Kirkpatrick model. This task is based on Kirkpatrick training evaluation model. I'm going to tell you what is this Kirkpatrick model in a short time from now. But before that, I want all of you to just think, how can we evaluate the worth, or how do we evaluate the success of this training program? Yes, thank you, Pratibha ji. Your point is absolutely right. Reaction, learning, globally recognized. Good. That's good. But for the benefit of people who do not know or who are new to this concept of Kirkpatrick model, it is my duty to bring them on the same platform, make them understand, make them learn about this Kirkpatrick evaluation model. So don't worry, by the end of this class, you will understand what is Kirkpatrick model. Fine. I hope the session is going well.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Am I driving your enemy?
Yes, sir.
Sure,
Yes,
sure, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Am I a good villain?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Okay, so what are your views? How do we know 5 lakh was spent on CET, on a training by CET?
Sir, actual thing is the amount of investment what we made on the new employees,
Yeah.
it
Yes.
will be evaluated based on the outcome. What are the outcome we are expecting? The number of calls they made after reaching the field, and the way how they reported to that calls to the manager level, and the what is the primary and secondary sale of the person after the training program, which ensures the number of material which was sold out and how much knowledge he got to convince the customer to make a
Very nice.
benefit of that. So these are
Very
the
nice.
parameters we can use. Maybe we can get these parameters at the end of the training program only as a questionnaires, but the real values we will come to know where what is the outcome from them, the way of communication, the outcome in the number of products sold, the primary, secondary sales of the product.
Very nice. Right. Thank you.
I
Good
think
information.
I think if you, when we talk about the cost of the training,
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead. Okay.
Sir, basically we evaluate on the two things. First is behavioral
So we
changes,
can use
and
also the
second thing is
method of
the organizational target achievement.
return on investment of, what is the
Those
benefit
are
upon
the
the
most
investment
important
into
things.
100, right? Usually
Yes.
we take the reaction and
Yes. Yes.
upon the benefit, how much of the benefit that each employee has done. Like,
Yes, right. Right.
we could measure that and then divide it by the cost or
Yes,
the
right.
investment into 100,
Yes.
that ROI calculator.
Yeah. So reaction is more of qualitative. You cannot quantify reaction. For example, a smile cannot be quantified. So how do you divide that by 100? Though smile is priceless, it is qualitative.
I think
Correct, sir,
participant
but
feedback
the
can be the
reaction of the
reaction.
smile can be calculated.
Can be
Like, because of the
feedback.
smile, how many customers came in?
Yeah, good, very good, very good.
See the difference. Yeah, may.
Very good. Yeah, please, sir, please.
Yeah, see the difference between the invoicing, which was there previously and now, that is the difference which has come through after that, after that
Yes,
training.
right.
Now that
Right.
difference divided by the 5 lakh plus the 7 days compensation of the people.
Yes.
And 100 is the.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Sir, I thought that first point was mentioned that the product knowledge. For
Yes.
that, they plan that training program. So I
Yes.
thought product knowledge is very, very important role for
Yeah.
any
Yes.
organization as a trainee. So
Yes.
first of all, we have to be change the belief and behavior. If
Yes.
a person has having a belief and he does not followed by that the organization need and demand, so if we change that belief and behavior, definitely it will help and to identify that program or training program was successful or not in terms of the product knowledge. So I thought belief and behavior is an important aspect, sir.
Right.
One point. This is Sanjay Banerjee.
Yes.
Can I raise a question, please?
Yeah, please,
When we
please.
say, when we say, this immediate actions, post the training, the type of calculations that we're making, how do we determine the persistency here? I mean,
Yes.
if the
Yes. Yes.
so it'll be ascribed to magical figures otherwise. So how do we determine that thing here?
Yes. Your answer will be answered. Answered, sir. Your answer will be answered. Just give me some time.
Sir, I have one point. I have one point, sir. See, this
Yeah,
5
yeah.
lakhs of expenditure, many a times amount that is invested in a training program, whatever it is, product knowledge, behavioral skills, or technical inputs given, all that we will have to wait for some time, probably 2 to 3 years time.
Yes.
Is required for us to know what is the kind of takeaway. We cannot straight away try see what could be even your questionnaire part of it would give a feel good factor pre and post, but maybe that it's
Final
another
results, actual results on the field matter.
yeah, refresher session wherein we could see a lot of transformation in the same group. And sir, coincidentally, I work in LIC. We have a
Okay. Good.
yeah. So I am a director of training institute here in Chennai. So
Oh,
we
very good,
have
man.
where we train these direct recruits fresh from the market. So there is a session wherein induction we give, and then there is a refresher. So we are able to see a lot of transformation in a matter of 6 months itself. Probably
Good.
we have on the job training.
Right. Yes. Right. You're right. You're right. So dear friends, let's decode what is Kirkpatrick training evaluation model. This is for the benefit of people who are new to this. Okay. Kirkpatrick training evaluation model has got 4 stages. The first stage is the reaction. Reaction means how do people react to 3 things: their reaction to the trainer, reaction to the training content, and reaction to the infrastructure where they are trained. Reaction, people normally obviously express some reaction, right? Expression to the trainer, expression to the training content, modules, stuff, what was taught and all that. And third, reaction to the infrastructure where they were trained. Good classroom. For example, I just heard the LIC director from Chennai. I was invited to Mumbai training headquarters where I trained all LIC faculty. The infrastructure was superb. So that also influences the reaction. So reaction means how people react. Are they receptive? Are they happy? Are they inquisitive? Are they receptive? Or are they dull, closed, unreceptive, not interested? This is the opposite reaction. Positive reaction is all this enthusiasm, inquisitiveness towards trainer, training content, and infrastructure. Okay, happy faces. Yeah, please.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, no, sir.
I want to know that is reaction level to trainer.
Yeah.
Is it through experts or is it through a participant's level?
Participant. How does a participant, how does the trainee who is involved in the training program, who is a part of training program, who is being trained, what is the trainee's reaction to the trainer?
Okay.
And training content. For example, all of you are expressing some reaction to me now,
Okay.
right? So in that way. Okay. The next stage, did you understand the first stage? The reaction. So
No,
I
sir,
want,
I didn't get understand.
okay,
Reactions
reaction
means
is,
how we can analyze or how we can perceive.
no. It is not about analysis. It is
Okay.
about
Sir, I
the
thought it's a non-verbal evaluation if people are showing their face and so
yes,
non-verbal.
yes. Are they happy
Which
to
we
be a
can
part
see,
of
which we
training?
can see in front
Which
of.
we can see.
Yes.
Which we
It's
can
like
see.
it's like first impression to everything, is it?
It is a reflection of the state of mind.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Are they happy, unhappy, inquisitive, hungry, receptive towards three things: towards the trainer, towards the training content, and the infrastructure.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just a live example to make the training very interesting. Now people are using the chat box now. So that
Yes.
shows that they're receptive for training and
They're
they're
receptive.
understanding what you're trying to tell. So that's
Yeah.
the reaction.
Yeah, that's the reaction that they are expressing. Okay. So the next stage is learning, reaction. So I want all of you to please draw a triangle with 4 layers. The base should be reaction. One triangle, let me draw it for you. See, something like this. Something like this. 4 levels: reaction, learning, behavior, and result. See, something like this. Can you see me? Can you see this?
It's not in the center. Sir.
No, sir, not
Little bit on your right, sir.
left. Your sir.
So
Your
we
left
can
side.
use the whiteboard.
Your left side. Sir.
Okay, just a minute.
So we can use the whiteboard. We have an option in the Zoom.
Yes, we have. There was some error with
now
my
visible.
laptop. Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, better.
It is visible now, sir. It is visible.
At the
Yeah,
top.
there is image as well.
Yeah. It is visible now.
So please make it something like this. Yes, you're right. Thank you for that help. Thank you for being receptive and your quick reflection. Yes, you're right. So the base layer is reaction. Yes, very good. The next layer is learning. The next layer is behavior. The next layer is result at the top. Result. Right, you're right. So the reaction part, which is the base layer, we have just understood a reaction of the participants towards trainer, training content and infrastructure, right? So the next one is learning. What did people learn? What new did they acquire? New information, new skill, new knowledge. What did they acquire? What was new for them? Product knowledge was new. So what was new for them? I hope you're able to understand. What did they learn? So it can be new knowledge, it can be new skill, it can be new behavior, it can be new attitude, which is induced by the trainer. I hope you're able to understand. So that is learning.
Yes, sir.
What did they acquire? They acquired product knowledge, that was new. They acquired digital skills, how to generate e-invoice, that was slightly technical, that was new. Or they also acquired new skills. For example, how to pitch in for sales, new skill. Okay. Next is behavior. This means what did they take onto their job, onto their desk? Okay, they may have got exposed. They may have got
Sorry,
exposed.
just
Yeah, please
Purushottam here,
tell
sir.
me.
Yeah. In second, learning,
Yeah.
to measure that one, can we give pre-training questionnaires and post-training questionnaires?
Yes, you can, definitely.
Okay.
So you can assess in advance what are you aware of before the program. So that can be your pre-hand data, pre-analysis data or pre-hand data, and you can also take later. So that can be a comparative analysis.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
The next one is behavior. Behavior means they may have got exposed to new thing, new knowledge, new skill, new information, but did they really go on to implement in their job, onto their work? Or was it only exposure? Or did it actually reach the working table? That's behavior. Or did it reach the field, the work field?
Sir, how do you check that, sir?
Yeah, we are through a questionnaire. For example, do you think that you can pitch in sales a little better after you were taught how to do that? Earlier, you could not strike a conversation with someone. Now you have been taught how to initiate a conversation with a prospective client or a customer. So the reflection is there.
Thank you.
Earlier,
So to add to this one, we will also send the similar, or if the participant has told that I have learned this behavior and I was able to implement, we will clarify with sending another questionnaire even to the managers. Has this employee or this participant able to implement this, and if yes, to what level? So that will give us a strong data.
That you can actually check in the result. If he has implemented well, obviously results will be better.
So is it, see, after the learning, after the reaction, after the learning, the change in the behavior or the way he pitches, maybe talking to the customer, because that was a part of the training. So
Yes, yes,
he
definitely.
actually changed his behavior, the way he was
Yes,
handling the customer previously.
yes. Have, for
Even
example,
for
one evidence can
escalation,
be,
sir.
one
Maybe
evidence can be,
he was doing 10 escalations before the training. Now it has
yes,
reduced to 3
yes,
escalations.
yes, yes. Number of complaints have come down. Number of grievances have come down. There have been more inquiries, less complaints, less escalations, more correct, error-free invoices. Earlier, the invoices were erroneous. Now, error-free invoices have been generated. It means the person has learned. So, number of erroneous invoices have come down. It means the person has learned. I hope you
Compliant
are able
work.
to understand. Work compliance is fine.
Yes.
Sir, it's about performance, right? How he's going to perform on the job.
Yes, exactly. It is all about on-the-job performance. And on-the-job performance is polished because he has been trained to do better. He was raw, he is now polished. Obviously, that polishing task has to be very glossy, and the work is now glossy. It is not dull. Are you getting me? Now we will come to the last stage, which is the result stage. Result stage means checking the facts and figures, the actual performance that is delivered. Behavior, yes, he has implemented on the job or no. Behavior is whether he is implemented or no. Result is what is the result, what is the outcome of that implementation. Here we speak of facts and figures.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So I want to ask one question. Sir, how we can improve the implementation?
Implementation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as we said, if during the learning stage, he was not aware how to make or how to generate e-invoice, right? Now he has implemented or he has generated e-invoice. That is an better implementation because he was taught on that. He was given with a tab. He was now trained. He was given adequate training how to generate correct error-free invoice, what command to give, what figures to add, what GST slabs to consider. Earlier, he was not aware about GST slabs. He missed mentioning GST rates or he mentioned the wrong slabs. Now he knows what is the GST slab. He makes it a part of invoice. So now the invoices are error-free. That can be better implementation. So error-free work can be the best implementation, right?
Okay, sir.
Now we will come to result. Yeah.
So during the case study, you have shared the finance capital or commercial of 5 lakh rupees. So
yes.
We have to be take care of that.
We'll come to that. We will come to that. That is the expense that is made by the company.
Sure.
Now,
but I thought the limited resources we have, so we have to take care.
We'll come to it. We will come to the result.
Sure, sure, please.
All that will be depicted in the result. Okay, all that will reflect in the result. We will come to that. We are coming to that. Result is the end result achieved or what is the outcome of implementation. For example, earlier, because the pitching in was not professional, the pitching in was not polished, there were a lot of customer dropouts. Now, customer dropouts have come down. So to acquire new customer, or in other words, to lose one customer means something. Say to lose out one customer will cost us 20,000 rupees because he was giving a lot of profit for us. So we have lost one customer because pitching was not right, erroneous invoice, wrong behavior. All this was resulting in a lot of customer dropouts. Now customer dropouts have come. So you have already saved 20,000 rupees, even if you have retained one. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Now the pitching effort or the polished pitching in is very, very acceptable, as a result of which there is new customer acquisition. So every new customer acquisition is an asset for you. Yes or no? And how much did that customer uh, give you the revenue, or what revenue did the new customer give you? Suppose the new customer gave you a revenue or a profit of 50,000, let's say. You acquired a new customer because you were taught to navigate the ways and get in new people, new customers on the board. Now there was there was a new customer called as X who was acquired using innovative ways. Now that customer has given a profit of 50,000 rupees. Is it a part of ROI? Yes, it is a part of ROI.
In other words, we can say that it's an incremental business which matter a lot.
Yeah, this is definitely incremental, but that is what has come to you. So if you acquire, or if this team that was trained acquire 10 new customers by using this new innovative method to pitch in, there is already ROI. ROI has already come in. Or we'll go the other way. We will go the other way.
But sir, as and when we add new customer, that will impact of 50,000 rupees. But as an same time we retain, that will be the cost of 20,000 rupees.
You input that as well.
Yes.
You take double.
So rather than to retain, we have to be add some new customers, and that will be the
You
cost
can
of
do
50,000.
you can do both. You can do both, because that was also taught. Don't lose customers was also taught. Acquisition was also taught. Because behavioral skills are all about behaving professionally so that customers don't drop out. And what is not lost is actually saved, and what is saved is a profit. So you can now say we did not lose so much, hence we saved 20,000. We acquired new, hence we got 50,000. So already there is a revenue of 70,000.
Absolutely right.
So 7 such cases, ROI is recovered and positive. Getting me?
Yes, sir.
So in result, we look at the facts and figures and then we analyze. What was the outcome? The outcomes will be measured using some parameters like new customers acquired, smooth error-free work performed, no erroneous work, customer acquisition is better, customer dropout has come down, number of complaints have dropped. So all this is a part of result. You all agree?
Very much. Yes.
sir.
Are you able to quantify it now? Yes, we are able to quantify because every customer has a revenue point. That is when we must know that customers are classified as iron customers, gold customers, and platinum customers. Platinum customer is the one who is of a very high value. Gold customer is a little less than platinum, and iron customer is a troublesome customer. It is okay to lose a troublesome customer and retain gold. Diplomatically, you were also taught if this customer is posing a lot of problem and creating a negative word of mouth, it is okay to drop that customer by handling that customer diplomatically. That was also taught in during the behavioral skills. I hope you're able to understand.
Yes, sir.
So the mixture of all this is result. I hope you're able to understand.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
This is Kamna speaking. Actually, I work in outdoor education, and as you mentioned in your profile that you do outbound training as well.
Yes.
So the case study you just shared with us is much more from LIC and the company profile. But
Yeah.
what if
This was from
I wanna?
this was from a tire manufacturing. See it.
Yeah, see it. Yeah, sorry. So see it. Yeah. So what if same model? If
You can change the parameters. You can change the parameters.
For the soft skills, if we are looking at the only soft skills like leadership, communication,
Yes.
and other things.
You can definitely have that those relevant parameters. For example, you need to consider on what was the training program on. Like I mentioned, training program was on product training, e-invoice. So you just look into what are the training objectives that you have given. Is it to build leadership?
But
So
then most of the things are only soft skills. So I'm like, how we can measure? Like you mentioned that error-free work.
Okay, if your telephonic calls are very successful, if you are able to get more customer logins or student admissions as a result of better phone calls or better emails, then it's positive for you.
Yeah, but my question is being trainer. How can I assure that that's gonna happen?
Okay.
I mean, the thing you are talking about ROI, right? That's a follow-up thing that's gonna be in their daily life. Being trainer. How can I make sure that this is most probably gonna happen?
For that you need to you need to use different training methods. The answer to your question will come after my 10th class when you will become a better trainer, because this course paper number 4 is all about experiential learning, and we are here to teach you different training methods which are experientially in nature. For example, sensitivity training, for example, outbound training, simulation training, T group training, role play method of training. So when we use all these different experiential methods of training, you can become a better trainer, and a better trainer can give better results. So you can ask me this question once again when I come to my 10th class, when we will have gone through all my other training methods.
All right. Thank you.
Sir, can I add something?
Yes, please.
Sir, what concerned question is with Kamna ma'am? It is about outdoor activities. So mostly the result is mostly, creating impact on the psychophysiological aspect of the individual.
Yeah, definitely. They should go back recharged.
Right, sir.
So the trainer has to ensure that monotony is changed, broken, and people go back with a positive mindset, and people go back with a changed frame of mind. So the activities have to be changed and tailored according to that.
Right, sir. And it is not directly measurable since it is, it's having, this will be, something, what I can say, it will come in an indirect way of results.
Yeah, definitely.
Like what you mentioned right now, that increment, word of mouth promotion will, or
all that definitely.
If
The person
to others.
If the person has been taught how to be a better team player, and if the trained person becomes a good team player, that is an outcome.
Right, sir. Right. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Earlier, he was into a lot of conflicts. Now his conflicts have come down. So that is an outcome.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So now,
Hi, sir. Yogesh.
Yes, Yogesh.
Sir, I'm working with Reliance, right?
Yes.
So here is training. I'm handling the part of technical training part, like learning and development. Like those are the products we have, like the technical products. So I'm just relating the complete thing to my training scenarios and all. So how can I relate these all the things? Because you have given the example of CEAT, you have example of behavioral
So
soft skill
okay,
part.
okay.
These
You want me
all
to you want me to set some parameters for technical training? Your voice is breaking.
Technical in the sense it depends on the organization to technical. It means it depends to the organization to organization. The technical training are then all the network equipments, all are the how the network equipment are working. So these all are comes under the technical part.
Errors, number of errors. Trained people, trained person commit less error than an untrained one. That can be a parameter.
The time which has been utilized on installation of the material, that can also be added.
The time taken, errors committed, technical glitches solved.
The error network and all that is a part of it, because they've got their own KPIs. So those KPIs can also be a parameter for them.
You consider what is expected from that particular role. For example, fast installation, error-free installation, or solving the bugs, solving the glitches, getting over the glitches. So if these are the work outcomes, and if the person is able to perform all of them in a better way, it means your training was successful.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. This is Tariq, sir. I have one question, sir. I thought that it's a practical question as per the study. For example, as a trainer, I have to be trained, and I will ensure that all trainee will perform or execute whatever I have given the training. But somehow, if they are not achieve their numbers, obviously the organization fall down, whatever they have decided the objective. But somehow there is a possibility of that they are not executing 100%. Then comes to the training part. So I have to be take care of that, or again review that what are the aspects I have covered in my last training. So in this situation,
yeah, I got it.
Sir, in this situation, sir, let me complete, sir.
Okay.
Sir, in this situation, those who are the trainee, what they will think, either I am not executing properly 100%, or the trainer who is not
no. As an organizer, or as a trainer, or as an expert, if your results are not on par with the expectations, then go back to the first stage, change the training content, change the infrastructure, or change the trainer.
But I thought, sir, this will impact for the trainee as well, because they think that our trainer is changing the strategy and all. So either
trainee, 1 minute. I got your point. Trainee has not performed well up to the mark.
Right.
Correct?
Absolutely right.
So results are not as expected, right?
Very true.
Right? For example, what happens in a World Cup? Whenever there is World Cup, a particular team does not win. What happens there? The coach is changed, captain is changed. Same thing.
Either they have to strategy change, planning change.
Some change has to be brought about.
Very true.
So now, if the results are not as per your expectations, go back to the first step, see the reaction. What was the reaction of the trainees towards the trainer, training content, or the infrastructure? So you change one of these or all of these. If the reaction was not good towards the trainer, then obviously you have to change the trainer. If the content needs a little modification, little tweaking, upgrading, do that. Or you may have to train them in a natural setting. They have got bored with the same classroom. Give them some stress-free environment. Take them away. That could also impact. So you go back to the first stage, change one of these components or change all. I hope you're able to understand. Huh? Okay.
I thought I have to take a sensor, so that's I asked this.
Okay, fine. No problem. Fine. Okay, dear friends.
I have a one question.
Yes, yes.
So when you are measuring this ROI, so is it okay to show the short-term achievements, or
No,
what's the
it's
best
a
practices, ma'am?
it's a continuous process.
Yeah.
We are evaluating every training program, and the result of this Kirkpatrick model is implemented, deployed for every training program. If you take one training program or 10 programs this year, you conduct on all of them and you keep it ongoing.
Yeah, but in this case, for example, if there is a situation where we need to see what is, for example, the sales model that we just discussed. So sales case for this CSI. So there might be my sales funnel conversation rate or any opportunity conversation rate. This I might can able to measure into the 3 months time span, or maybe three or into or 2 quarters.
If you have acquired or if you have recovered your ROI, it's a clear indication that training was successful, and any success will continue.
Okay.
So it is good. It is good to train people on all this because that gives you result.
Okay. Yeah.
If results are not good, then rechange, make some changes. That's as simple as that. Ultimately, we have to recover our ROI. Our investment to come back.
Could you please summarize ROI point? I think I missed.
Okay. ROI means a return on investment. If the company has invested X amount, it has to put all its efforts to recover that amount back, because business is not charity. Business is all about recovery. Business is all about profit. And to evaluate ROI on training, we have training evaluation model. To recover ROI on investment that the company makes in stock market, share trade and all that, there is a separate model. We are not talking about that. We are talking about ROI on training, how to evaluate a training program. And if the training program gives positive results, we say that we have recovered the amount. And Kirkpatrick model can be used to recover our ROI.
Yeah, excuse the Shatrunjay this side.
Yes.
As per the expectation, if result did not come, so it
Go back to first stage. Go back to first stage.
Yeah, a reaction.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can
change the content.
Reaction.
Change the content.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is that maybe a reaction was the very good in terms of content, in terms of trainer, in terms of infrastructure also, but
Yeah.
could be the lacking as the stage of learning and behavior also, no?
Come again, sir. Come again.
Could be the
Ability to
lacking at
learn.
the stage of learning or behavior also,
Ability to learn.
right?
Individual capacities.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. To answer this question, when we come to class number 3, we will classify the learning styles of people. Some people learn by observation. Some people learn by doing. Some people learn by practicing. Some people learn by trial and error method. So this question will be answered when we come to a model called as David Kolb's learning style theory, where we will be classifying different learning styles of people. There you will understand why people don't learn and how people learn.
Okay.
Maybe a one point about this reaction. So as you might agree with me that in this subcontinental, people are really afraid of giving a right feedback. So I
Yes.
always, with my respect to my trainings, I always doubt with the reactions what I'm getting with my participant. If it is a blue collar training programs or lower level of management people, so there people are really they are not really open to share the correct feedback about the program.
For this, there's a point. In research, we say 95% confidence or 5% error level. You can take down for your reference if you want. The accuracy can be checked using two methods or two ways. One is called as 95% confidence level, 99% confidence level. What is this 95 and 99? One, suppose there is a doctor and we are conducting a study on this doctor using the 95% model. What is this 95% model on the doctor? Suppose the doctor has treated 100 patients. 95 people have got cured from their illness. 5% have not. That does not mean the doctor is bad. Possibly, the doctor may be in hurry, he may have written wrong prescription. Or these patients may not have followed the instructions of the doctor religiously. In spite of telling not to do, yet they have committed. The doctor had told them, please do not drink alcohol. Yet they ignored the advice and prescription, went ahead with a lot of alcohol intake, as a result of which there was no curing. That does not mean the doctor is bad. 99% is, we want 99 people to say good, 1% scope allowed. So here in this case, whenever people give feedback, we always go by the majority. When people are afraid to give correct feedback, even if they give wrong input, wrong feedback, there is scope for 5%. And that 5% is ignorable. Like it happened with the doctor. Because 5 people say the doctor is not good, the doctor does not become bad. Possibly the doctor may have written a wrong prescription. Okay, fine. He's a human. Or the other way, where the patient may not have followed the instructions, his mistake. That does not mean the doctor is bad. Likewise, the training was really good. 5% people or some people scribbled something in a hurry or were afraid, gave something. There is scope for 5% error. Any research that you take up has a scope for 5% error. Because in social science research, we are of a very dynamic nature. Today, if we feel the training is good, tomorrow suddenly we feel the training was bad. Our moods could fluctuate our feedback. So that is why there is error for 5%. There is scope for 5%. Even if people give wrong feedback, incorrect feedback, there is scope. And that is in the rejected lot. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I think that's clarifying my answer, my question.
That's clear. Even in Six Sigma, if you are into manufacturing sector, even in Six Sigma, out of 3 lakh products, there is scope for some errors. Okay, fine. So, dear friends, that was.
Sir, one from my end also. Could you
Yes,
help
yes.
to repeat that ability to learn? That is, one is some people by the observation, and the second and third one.
Okay, that there is a separate session on this, sir. Don't worry. 1.5 hours completely dedicated to David Kolb's learning with exercise. Your own profile will be generated.
Right, sir, but could you please
learning by observation.
Yes.
Learning by doing. Learning by listening. Learning by trial and error. So people have different styles of learning. We all are very different in our learning styles.
Right, sir.
So one complete session will be dedicated for David Kolb's learning cycle, where you will undergo exercises. Your own profile will be generated. Okay, so that brings me closer to the end of the session. I don't want to hold you back because I think day one, too much of bombarding results in over information or information overload. Let's not do that. I hope the session was acceptable, good. Your initial your initial reaction, please.
Our villain was good.
Sir, initially, as you told, yes, the sleep took over all of us, but then later you acted as a very good villain to take over that as well. Very interactive session and very nice, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I will be a good villain only
very,
for
very
your sleep,
interactive and
not for you.
very right, sir. Very explanatory session. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
This
thank you so
session
much.
was very informative. Thank you.
So it was a very interactive without a single slide, sir.
So most of the times we'll not be using slides. And one more thing, all the slide that you need will come to you. Don't worry. And even during the final exam or whatever you will be tested on, okay, you need not worry much because we are not expecting working professionals like you to mug up things and give up the same or reproduce the same. No, conceptual clarity, extracting the summary of every concept is very important. That is the crux and core. So don't be very worried about content, slide, definition, all that. You all are working professionals. We want you to extract the summary from every session, from every concept, from every module. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Examples
you,
are
sir.
really exemplary.
Thank
And
you,
thank you,
sir.
Subhasini
Thank
ma'am,
Thank you, everyone.
for adding on
Thank
in
you.
each and every
Guys,
topic.
you can save your chat. You can save your chat.